Next thing will be a carousel design. Let's quickly review this. Network challenge. Alright, so next we would have a carousel design. Let's go back to home. Our carousel design will be a rectangular design, a vertical rectangle design. Okay, but let's start with a square design, square clipboard, and then we change we resize it. Okay, so you can easily check out the Instagram vertical design size. See what that size is supposed to be. Let's see, it's 1080 by 1350. 1080 by 1350, as you can see here. So let's quickly replicate that. Come here to resize. 1080, the width, the height is 1350. So we put 1350 there. And then we put resize. So there you have it. Okay, and then let's a typical carousel design is, or rather, are sets of designs that are closely related to themselves, or they are telling a story. Each slide tells a story, something of this nature. How to use the Kusa Open 7 feature, and you can see that each of the slide is telling a story of how to use the feature. Okay, this is what we are trying to replicate here as well. All right, so let's dig in. So you see that One major thing about carousel design is what we need to do is to just replicate the page. So we make our first design and then we duplicate that design into multiple pages and then we export all the pages. And voila, we have our carousel design. Alright. So let's have a sample I want to work with, which is this. This is the first page. Simple action, always to get cashback rewards on pay. Number one, number two, number three, number four. These are the four ways, and then there's a wrap. Let's do that. Just for easy assimilation again, I'll send on my designs here. Well, I also look out for a happy young female girl with phone. One major resource center I like using is free pick. Yeah, happy young girl with phone. This is good. Let's download this. Oh, it's a premium download, so we can't do that. This is free. This is premium. Let's see what Canva has. Okay, let's see what Canva has. I get a phone. We see some lovely images here we can use. This is exciting. Again, we don't need the background, so we edit the image, remove the background. You can see how high this image is. It's basically the face that we need. So we can do the same. We really need the face somewhere around here. This is what we need. This hair has given out this lady, but I think we'll make use of it that way. Make use of it like that. Or better still, we don't need a lady with so much hair. Let's look for one without with less hair. This will work. So let's quickly do the same thing. Alright, so what we are just trying to get a perfect image to increase proportionally. Make sure you hold control so you can increase proportionally. This let's see how this goes. This is okay. We can do this. We can do this. Um, yeah. Next, let's get our background, our solid background. In this case, it's a light green. We have our square. Bring it in. I think it's captured that already. It's captured that already. send to the back by right clicking, multiple options, send backwards. Voila. Next we have the main caption itself. Let's see what that is. So we used to get cashback. Let's get the four. First of all, this is so when you see a design like this, you ask yourself how were they able to achieve this? You can see that this is a square or a square with curved edges. This is just a number four. This is your text. This is an arrow and then their logo, which is what we should just replicate here. Okay, so our elements, a square with curved edges. This can be this, what is white, right? And it has a shadow in it. So we just look for the shadowing effect and use it. Um, let's see. Okay, this is not a shadow effect, but we'll have to manipulate it, right? Because so we just take this behind, or rather bring the square in front of this, bring to the front, and hide this shadow underneath it. Not the best, but it does justice to some extent. Right? Next is our text. Well, let's continue. Next, the text. Four ways to get cashback rewards on okay. So we'll pick the major text first. In this case, that's four. We can use this for that. Increase it. I really love compliments, by the way. So I suspect that that's what's been reached here as well. So looking for compliments example. Duplicate that just under the text. Let's cashback rewards. Okay. So yeah, I've been four ways to get cashback rewards on okay. Look at this, which is what we do now. Control A, I like everything. I'll show you. Cashback rewards is bold. Okay, all of this it is white, so you can just change that. This is all white, and I think bold, bold, all white. Trying to change that to make them this extra bolts. Good. Alright, and this is the same way as well. Let's change the color to that. Um, we're not able to get a shadowy effect on this. Right. Let's see if we can create Control V to duplicate it to be white. Hmm. Let's see this. This will be black, but then it will be will reduce its transparency, and also we have to blur it. So what I'm trying to do now is to check if that might be better than what we have here. Alright, so we can delete this. So yeah, it's a pretty good place to start. And then we'll have our arrow. We'll go search to see if we can have something with elements. We have this, we have this, we have this. This is this. A white color, control to make it close, and then we voila. So we'll have our first slides ready and good to go. Proximity, together, white space, as you can see. All right, alignment, all of these are right aligned. What else should we check for? Contrast. There's a good balance between the color and the image. It's clear, you can read it, we can adjust the line spacing for this one so it's even more together. What else should we check for? Repetition, for emphasis sake. So now we've gotten our first design. What we need to do now is to replicate this design 4 times if we're going for carousels, or 5 times if we're going for 5 carousels. Alright, so next again is to replicate this multiple times to give us our carousel. So what we'll do is to just duplicate it. But remember that it's flowing in on it's not a vertical flow, it's a horizontal flow. So that being said, if this starts it and maybe you need to have another carousel here, it will be a completion of this lady, right? So we need to therefore know that this has to flip to somewhere here because it will be a continuation of this lady, right? Just where our hair stopped, right? And then let's see what that next one would be. It will be number one. the first thing to help us get that flow. Um, so let's take this, keep this here. This follows this as well. We can group these two items together because they are recurring in each of our in all of our designs. If you click, drag, and hover around it, it's wherever it touches, it picks it up. In this case, now we'll have to remove to we've just picked up these two. Control G to group it. Then, if we can do that, then we can easily make the adjustments we want to make. This is number one, right? What did he say? Buy airtime for any network. Okay, the same thing. Get 3% cashback. Alright, but this is okay. This is white now. Background is white. So let's quickly adjust that. It's a white background. This is kind of like a bluish kind of background with this being bold, right? And this now we have to group to find out really what is happening here because I think it's a bit bigger. Maintains are green while the text maintains the white. And we should not forget our shadow. Right, so we can reduce all of this collectively now. I will maintain that this is centralized, right? This is kind of more deeper, so make it deeper, right? And just go even further. So you see this, right? Right, so slide 2 is ready. Slide 3 will be this. Because we're here, we've gotten this, we can do what we can duplicate this easily to get this. We can delete the picture, we can bring this in the middle so it's centralized as there as is. And this the color, the main color, central color for this is dark blue. This becomes white. This becomes number 2. Says by data sharing network, still gets your cash back. So let's just do that here. Right? Next will be, let's quickly just get this text out of the way. Background. So and then because you are, I mean, I personally I like the flow of all of these colors that have been changed here and there because it's still within context of what was started with, and so it sends off a really consistent vibe, which is a good thing. right? In this case now, this background is green. The number itself is blue. Text is blue. Even when you're picking your colors, right? Pick colors that are consistent to your brand and colors that give you a good look and feel when it's being done. If something doesn't look good to you, it obviously is not it. Or rather, if you feel something can be better, then you can go ahead and change it and see how it becomes. I think the last thing is a white background, and then this is the text for that. So let's quickly get that text out of here as well. Oh, I don't think I duplicated that. I didn't duplicate that. I didn't duplicate it. Okay, okay. This should be this. This last one is white. Let's change that. White background, green rectangle, blue text. White background, green rectangle, blue text. Okay, and then that's number four. Number three is the green and the blues. The green and the blues. Number two is the blue and the green and the whites. Blue, the green, and this is the whites. So the green. Right, so let's see. We have our main carousel, four ways. Number one, number two, number three, number four. Awesome. Now, when you want to export this, export as a PNG. Even your graphic design files, it shouldn't be exported as a JPEG. It can be exported as a PNG. As a PNG, the resolution is not reduced, and it can be creeps as you got got it. So we're exporting all five files, as you can see here. They're all being ticked, selected files, and then PNG suggested, and then we export. We will also be exporting as a PDF for a LinkedIn post. If you're posting on LinkedIn and you want to post a carousel on LinkedIn, you export as a PDF. So let's try that as well. So you download, but we'll change the file type to PDF for standard, PDF for print, PDF for standard. Let's go PDF for standard. All 5 pages. So let's say that exports all 5 pages. So let's see what our files look like, right? For our 4 files, that's what we have here. Let's extract the files to see what it looks like. All 4 designs. This, 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 this. Remarkable. Our PDF file, we can easily see that here. Number one, slide one, slide two, slide three, slide four, slide five. Awesome. And so again, you post your PDF as a carousel on LinkedIn, while for maybe IG and ID posts, you export each of these PNG files and then you post it. Remarkable. So lastly, we'll look at a pop-up sale ad for um, designers, fashion designers, what that would look like. All right, so let's go to home and just start it fresh design.